in 1979, a bunch of us were at the Pell Street Festival, and this group called San Jose Taiko was playing that year. And we saw them, and we all had this collective moment of, oh my God, we need to be playing this, right? Because it was directly related to our heritage. So we saw that group, and we crowded around them afterwards, and they were like, wow, you should start your own group, it's amazing. And that was the moment that Taiko was born in Canada. And I was pretty excited to be part of that. I'd say Taiko was my entry into the community. It's an expression that Asians of North American birth can relate to. It doesn't have the refinement that a lot of the other Japanese cultural practices have. So it's very accessible. And it's also very definitely a group activity. There's a power to it and a connectivity that really I think is appealing to people. Taiko drumming is a very physical art form. It's based on a traditional art that comes from Japan. But even in Japan, it had different uses. It was used in rural communities to call for rain. It was used in temples. I think every temple in Japan has a taiko. It was used in classical court music. So it had many uses. Here in North America, it's become an expression of, I would say, Japanese or Asian, Canadian / American culture and resurgence. And it's attracted a lot of people of all generations, men and women, to play drums together. Taiko is very much a living art form. It's not something that was set in stone thousands of years ago in Japan and then transferred here. It's very much a living art form. It's changing every day. Our group is very non-traditional in our approach, so we respect the tradition, but we also feel free to create something new and that's honest to myself as a third generation, half Japanese Canadian. I've done performances all over the world, and it's just become part of who I am. There was a number of years where I didn't play at all. I changed professions and I started, focused on being a graphic designer. But then when I came back to it, it's like I never left. It was in my body. It was in part of who I was. So I really feel like the rhythm of the drums is inside me. As soon as I pick up a pair of sticks and start hitting the skin, it just resonates through my body, and it feels like as natural as breathing.